So in this session with Miss Rosie, I wanted to talk to you all about the shaping that I referred to earlier. And so actually all I'm going to do with her is let her offer me some behaviors. I don't want to specifically have anything in mind that I want her to do, because I want her to use this opportunity to try to figure out what she can do for this cheese. So we've done some clicker stuff so she knows what the clicker is. And now we just need to get her to start thinking. So I'm going to kind of just bring her out here in front of me and see what I can get her to offer. She just picked her head up. It's nothing exciting, but it's something. She put her head down. I'm going to click that. Put her head down. Put her head down. Good girl. Put her head down. Good girl. We might be shaping a pout here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So now that I've kind of got a behavior, I'm going to stick to it. So now that she's kind of consistently doing the head drop, I'm going to use that as our behavior. So we'll start shaping this into a pout. Good girl. Yes, good girl. And you see her offering the behavior more and more because she's realizing, yes, that's what gets her the cheese. So that one wasn't quite as good as the previous one, so I'm not going to actually click it. Once a dog reaches a certain point in their training and they kind of know what you're asking, there's no point in clicking the ones that aren't as good as the previous. So that one was better. Yes, good girl. She held that one. Yes, good girl. Good girl. So there's no words with this. There's nothing, we're not asking for anything specific. I'm just looking for something that I can turn into a new behavior. Yeah, what can you do? Good girl. Alright, this is going to be shaping session number 2. So I've got the suitcase in per request of your daughter, and we're going to start shaping this behavior. So this is a little bit different than free shaping, which is what, can you lie down? Good girl. Sorry, a little bit different than the free shaping, which I did yesterday. Free shaping is something without an object. So yesterday she was only using her body to figure out the behavior. Today we've got an object, so it's going to be a little bit different. We do know what the behavior is going to be. We want the behavior to be her jumping in the suitcase until release with an okay. We're going to start very small. So we'll start by just having her look at the suitcase. Then we'll have her touch the suitcase. Then we'll have her get in the suitcase. Then we'll close the lid. And then we'll teach her to stay in the suitcase until released. So it's going to be kind of a slower process. But there would be really no way you could do this with force. There would be no way a dog would happily do this if they were forced into it. They'd be very uncomfortable. So we're going to start and see how she does. Okay. That means you can... Oh. Okay. Good girl. All right. So she's just looking. attention to it. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Yes. Get in. So she put 2 feet in already, so now I'm waiting for her to offer that again. Yes, good girl. I got 1. She's actually thinking. You can see it in her face. She's very interested. She's trying to figure out how to get those cookies. Yes, good girl. Yes, jackpot. Yes, good girl. Good. Good. Okay. Yay! Very good. Good girl. Okay. Now I'm going to see if I can get 3 feet. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Yay! Good girl. That is so smart. Yes. Okay. Get in. Yay! Yes! And she sat this time. Good girl. Yes. Good. Let me see if she'll offer it down. Yay! Good girl. Good. Which one? Okay. I'm tossing the food out to get her to go forward. Get in. Come on. Get in. Yes, good girl. There you go. Good girl. Good. Okay. Get in. Little miss. Get in. Get in. Yes, good girl. Yay, good girl. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Okay. Get in. Good girl. Okay. Get in. Yay, good girl. Okay. Get in. Yes, good girl. Okay. Get in. Now, because I just made this harder, and she had a little bit of a hard time with it, I'm going to reward her for just the 2 feet right now. until she gets comfortable with the lid. Get in. Yes, good girl. Put you down. Good girl. Okay. Get in. Good girl. Yes. Girl. Okay. Get in. Yay, good girl. Okay. Get in. Yay, good girl. Okay. Get in. Yay, good girl. Okay. Get in. You can do it. Get it. Good girl. You can really see her working through the problem here. It's very fun to watch. She's trying to figure it out. She's trying to do it down outside of the suitcase. Come on, get in. Yay, good girl. Good. I'm going to kind of shut the lid a little bit. Good girl. Okay. Okay. Yay, good girl. Get in. Yay! Good girl. Yay! Good. Alright, get in. Rosie, get in. Yay, good girl. Good job. Good. Turn. Yay, good girl. Rosie, turn. Yay, good girl. Turn. Yay, good girl. Here. Turn. Good. Turn. Yay, good girl. Right. Okay, so we're going to do some work with the brush and the toothbrush as she starts offering me all her tricks. I honestly don't know how much you're going to need to use this toothbrush, so I'm not going to do too much with it. Come here, Rosie. Lie down. Good girl. Because I really think if she's eating dry food, you're going to be okay not using the toothbrush as much as you think you're going to need it. On a side note, this is a great example of if she's starting to pull an OCD behavior on you, like pawing at her gentle leader. Just take the gentle leader and hold it, wait until she relaxes a little bit, and then reward her so that she isn't allowed to fuss with it like that. By the time she gets home, there should be no reason she should be fussing with it. And if she does, just let her know it's not acceptable. Hold her head high so that she can't paw at it anymore. Once she gives in, release it and reward her. Alright, on to our original topic, the brush. So what I'm going to just do is shake this just like I would anything else. I'm going to have her sniff the brush or look at the brush or something. Good girl. Good girl. Good Good. So I just want her to acknowledge the brush. Good girl. Good girl. So you saw in that 2 minutes probably, she really already realized she was supposed to nose touch the brush. Now next, I'm just going to work on starting to brush her. So I'm just going to touch her and click. So you notice I started with 1 brush and I clicked, and then I went to 2 brushes and clicked, and then 3. Now I'm going to work on 4. If she starts to go after the brush, all you're going to do is hold your ground. So if she looks at it, you're just going to hold your ground until she looks away, and then reward that. Good girl. Good. All right, now I'm going to switch to the other side and start at the same point. Touch. 1 brush. 2 brushes. 3 brushes. 4 brushes. Good girl. Nice job. Good girl. So if you do this just a couple times, just have some dog, all I'm using is dog food, have the dog food with you when you're brushing her, and just reward her every now and then, and she'll learn that brushing is a great thing. You can start doing the ears, start doing the legs, the tail, the feet, the belly, yeah, and she seems to have no problem. I'm not sure what she was doing with you guys, but she seems to be doing okay today. So here she's giving me a little grief, so I'm just going to keep the brush on her until she stops. Good girl. Yes, good girl. So you don't want to get frazzled or anything like that. You just want to keep at it. She's not a big fan of her ears, I can tell, but not many dogs are, so that's not a big deal. Good girl. Also, the gentle leader helps you have a little bit better control of her head. If you want to have her wear that while you're brushing her, that's perfect. Alright, we're going to try the toothbrush thing next. I've honestly never used one of these on my dog, so I'm not even sure how to use it. But just like anything else, we'll just shape it. So I'll just have her touch it. Good girl. Another point to make is we're doing this, something like this, after she's already had a lot of exercise this afternoon. So next I'm going to put a little toothpaste on this brush. See if I can get her to sniff it. Good girl. Okay. Now I'm going to lift her mouth and click that. So I'm not using the toothbrush yet, just getting her used to her mouth being touched. Good. Now I'm going to lift her mouth and touch her teeth. Good girl. Lift her mouth. Good girl. She doesn't have too many teeth right now to even brush. No, you don't, cutie pie. Lift her mouth. Brush. Good girl. Good. So I'm not going to do much more because she's doing really well with this. That's a big thing about dog training, is you want to always end on a positive note. So when you think that it can't get any better, go ahead and stop, so that the next session you do, they remember how much fun it was and how much they enjoyed it, and so they look forward to having another session. So we'll leave it on a good note with the brush and the toothbrush. Alright, so we're going to start this session by just getting her to move her feet. She might be trying to pull it in later, but we're just going to work on the feet movement. Good girl.